I did here. Let me just talk about this for 1 second. I really want to address this. So Dark Souls 2, the easy difficulty came out and everybody started talking about it. Guys, it's not going to hurt you. Anybody who loves to play Dark Souls on normal or hard or extra hard or NG plus or NG times 1,000, they can do that. My opinion is, what hurts to have an easy setting to allow a new group of people to come on and enjoy the game for maybe the first time? And then let's just say those same people, let's just say we got 10,000 new people who are going to play Dark Souls 2 because of an easy setting, okay? And let's say there's 10,000 people play the easy setting and they beat the game. Or they don't even, some of them won't even beat the game. But let's just say 10% of those people who beat it on easy thought, well, this wasn't as hard as I thought, or I'd like more of a challenge, and they play it on normal. So now you have 1,000 more people getting into a game you love that would have never gotten into it before. Screw the other 9,000. Let's just say the other 9,000 don't even count. But now you have 1,000 new people enjoying the game you did just because there's a selectable difficulty level. And I'm going to read some of the changes here. Though I wish you couldn't ever change down. Well, but that's the thing. How does that affect you? How does changing down affect you? It doesn't affect you. If it was mandatory or if they made you play through an easy, that's what I don't understand about people who play the game on normal or hard or NG+. How does that affect you? It doesn't. It affects you zero. The only thing it does is possibly brings new players into the game. And why is that so bad? Why is that so bad to bring in new people? Isn't that the whole experience of video games? This is the whole reason I'm playing this game. A game I dislike is to get a new experience. It's all it is. I'm not playing this game because I love everything about it. It's for the experience. But I don't want to be able to select easy when I'm stuck. You don't have to. Nothing is forcing you to do that. You see, your argument is faulty, because here you're saying, well, I don't want that to be available. Well, it's only available if you select it. So if you're not strong enough or don't have the willpower not to select it, that's not to blame the game. That's blaming. This should be blamed on you. I'm just curious how it applied to the multiplayer aspect. Yeah, you need a default. Once you die 100 times, you can select easy. But again, how does that matter? Why does that matter to you? That's my question. How does that, as you playing the game on your setting, how does that change the game for you? That's what I would like to know. Because it doesn't change the game for you guys. It doesn't change anything about what you guys are doing. Therefore, the argument that it makes the game worse is kind of backhanded, because it doesn't do anything to you. Imagine speed of running on easy for high weapons at a low soul level, then going back and picking on players at harder settings of prior days. Well, and here's the thing. As far as the easiness in getting weapons, I don't see that being an issue in multiplayer. I don't see the people who made Dark Souls, From Software, making this thing where you get these godlike weapons on easy and you can go destroy people. It's a sellout. See, I don't... Again, how is that a sellout? How is bringing in new players selling out? That's... it's the whole idea, like, okay, you have these indie bands, right? You have these bands you love locally, or these bands you love that are kind of in a certain area, or the Midwest, or the Northeast, or whatever, and you love them. And the second they become big, or the second they get a record, they're sellouts. They're sellouts, man. They're sellouts. How could they sell out like that? And I had to look at that and go, how is a game that's now getting more notoriety, more publicity, more players, and a new option is added, now it's a sellout? I don't understand that. Everyone playing online are cheating themselves to the best weapons anyway. I don't mind as long as Form can make it work in PSP. Because Dark Souls is all about being difficult. Well, for you it is. Now see, there's your experience with Dark Souls. Number one, your experience with Dark Souls is that it's difficult. Number two, you make an assumption, however faulty or unknown that is, that the easy mode is going to be too easy. We don't know what easy mode is going to consist of. Easy mode may only consist of directions. Easy mode may only consist of a map. We haven't really been given the details of what easy mode consists of, so I'm going to save my judgment for this easy mode. The game wouldn't be as rewarding on easy. But guys, again, you guys are putting your personal experiences on other people. And that's not fair. That's like me saying the S rank that I got in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. If you don't get an S rank and you don't play it on hard, well then you didn't get the real experience. You're not hardcore enough. I really find that to just be an ignorant way of thinking about it, guys. Why can we not open up games to everybody and let this guy have his own experience, let you have your own experience, and let somebody who's far better than you and far more amazing than you have their own experiences? I honestly have nothing against there being easy mode. I just don't want to be able to cheese something. So if there's a difficulty setting before starting, and then you need to start with a new character change. You remind me of yourself, it's tripping me out. Well, I hope that's a compliment. They shouldn't play it. Sorry, I'm ignorant. No, I'm saying, and I don't mean that as a personal attack, I'm saying we're all ignorant to what this difficulty easy setting means. We don't have the facts on what it actually does. And for people who've enjoyed Demon Souls and Dark Souls and love what From Software has done, you have to look at their pedigree and what you've seen them do to what you will believe they do. And I am not a fan of Dark Souls or Demon Souls. And as someone who's not a fan from the outside playing the game some 35 hours in, I can say I trust that From Software will deliver a caliber of excellence and quality to an easy mode with as much dedication as they have to a normal and a hard mode. And I don't even care for the game, but I understand their level of commitment. You aren't getting the real experience in MGR if you're able to get the S rank, but choose to play on easy. It's about pushing yourself. But Arya, it's about pushing yourself for you. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is about pushing for me. But there's going to be players who play through that game who are going to get C ranks, who are going to die a million times, who are going to go to easy mode. But that for them, for a third-person action game, maybe they're not the greatest at the game. Maybe they don't have the best reaction times. So to put everybody at this level and demand that everybody be here, and this is it, sorry, it's like those really cheesy, crappy coaster rides. You got to be 5 feet to ride the ride. No, sorry, you can't be any shorter. Well, guys, we're allowing the bar to be set lower to allow more people to enjoy the experience. I mean, you guys have this fine experience, this fine wine, as it were. And why not let other people, even if it's just a sip, guys, even if it's just they just taste it. Let's just say they only taste it. Your hope and goal to get more people to play this game so that more people enjoy it? I mean, that's got to be the greatest thing ever. But yet, it's turned into this big drama. I honestly think it's too early for new Dark Souls. This game is so good, why try to compete against it? I would just like to remind everybody that cherry pie tastes fantastic, and it does. Not as good as pecan pie. I love Dark Souls. Make separate modes, make the easy, standard story gameplay possible to be played on easy, but allow the invasions and the dedicated PvP on a default difficulty. Again, I'm going to just assume, I don't know, I can only assume that From Software will allow it. I can only assume that From Software is going to allow you an easy mode that will not conflict with the dedicated hardcore PvP that players have enjoyed. Now, I don't have any proof of that, just as we don't have any proof that it could suck. I don't know. But guys, as I have learned, if I can play a game I hate, and I still don't love this game, I've learned to appreciate it more, but I still don't love this game. But if I, a guy who hates this game, can play it for 35 hours and find some modicum of enjoyment from it and enjoy the experience of it and playing with you guys here and having a good time, isn't that what counts? I mean, that's what gaming's about, guys, is the experience. Experiencing the good, the bad, whatever. It's experiencing it. And to me, Dark Souls 2 on an easy mode is bringing that experience to more people, which I think is a great thing.